I am not an expert in music. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. I'm just a guy on the internet, watching videos, enjoying them, and giving you guys my opinion. So hopefully, if you do, hit the like, subscribe, and the rest is history. We're checking out Neil Young, Needle and the Damage Done, Unplugged. So this is a live version, I believe, and it was requested by Brad Taggart. Thank you so much for your donation and your support. I appreciate it. So what do we have here? Hi, this is Neil. Link to the NYA info card for this song. Okay. All right. Neil Young is a singer-songwriter renowned for his hits Harvest Moon, Needle and the Damage Done, Rocking in the Free World, Change Your Mind, Love and War, Children of Destiny, and Mr. Soul. He worked with artists like Bob Dylan, Pearl Jam, and Led Zeppelin, amassing billions of global streams and inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. My goodness, twice. What's better than once? Twice. That's really, that's incredible. So I have heard of Neil Young, have listened to some of his songs, but not this one, and actually probably none of the ones mentioned here except Rocking in the Free World. That's the only one I can really remember. I do remember a long time ago checking out one of his performances live at the BBC, like on the BBC stage, and it was Heart of Gold and another song, which to me are my favorite of his. I didn't know he had, bigger hits than those. Let's see. Yeah, Heart of Gold and Old Man were the ones I have heard and my favorites. So I guess we're gonna learn some new information here with the song that I'm about to watch. But I just want to read his description here as well. Neil Percival Young, OCOM. He got the honors. Is a Canadian and American singer-songwriter, son of journalist, sports writer, and novelist Scott Young. Neil embarked on a music career in Winnipeg in the 1960s. Young moved to Los Angeles, forming the folk rock group Buffalo Springfield. I remember hearing that. I don't think I've ever reacted to them, and I'm curious because I really don't know anything about them except maybe like one song. He's 79 years old. All right, so he got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the group and by himself. I guess that's what happened. All right, well, if you guys have more information, feel free to comment down below. And actually, I do think this is going to be the first time ever that I react to Neil Young in the channel, which is big. I've done 2,600 plus videos, and this is the first time we're checking out Neil Young, so it's about time. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. On. Let's begin.
I caught you knocking at my cellar door. I love you, baby, can I have some more? Oh, the damage done. I hit the city and I lost my band. I watched a needle take another man. Gone. I sing a song because I love the needle and the damage done, a little part of it in everyone, but every junkie's like a setting sun. I've seen the needle and the damage done, a little part of it in everyone, every junkie's like a setting sun.
Oh. I am surprised at how short this is. First things first, we hit the like. I subscribe to Neil Young channel, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Okay, so Neil Young's what am I? Excuse me. Neil looks a little bit older here, so I'm guessing this is what, from the early 90s, this presentation. I don't see it in the info here. I mean, this was posted in 2012, but there's no way this was this the year? Really? I thought this, I mean, what do I know? But man, I wish there was more information. What year is this video actually from? Now I'm curious, because in my mind I was like, okay, this looks to be like 90s or early 90s for some reason, but I could be way off. Either way, this is my first time ever hearing this song. It's very short, direct, straight to the point. In fact, I'm going to read the lyrics right now just to go over it for knowledge. I caught you knocking at my cellar door. I love you, baby. Can I have some more? Oh, the damage done. I hit the city and I lost my band. I watched the needle take another man. Gone, the damage done. I sing the song because I love the man. I know that some of you don't understand. Milk blood to keep from running out. I've seen the needle and the damage done, a little part of it in everyone, but every junkie's like a setting sun. So what I assume the song is about is usage of drugs, overdosing, going overboard, right? And probably heroin. I think that was very popular in his time, you know, the 60s, the 70s. And of course, you need, not that I would know, but you probably need a needle to inject heroin and maybe other substances that are out there. However, the channel is not about drugs. We're here for the music. And so if you guys want to provide more information, feel free to comment. This is a kind of a sad song. It's depressing. Needle and the damage done, right? Because how many people out there in the streets, how many junkies, as he says, are like the sun setting down, and it's taking a lot of lives. You could see sort of his like, how is he feeling right now? I think it's a bit sad. It's like, man, why do I have to witness this, right? The people that he has seen being affected by the needle, and it's a shame, you know, and so many, you know, not just regular people, but famous people, musicians, accomplished, you know, artists that were taken by the needle and other substances. So it's very unfortunate that it had to happen that way. I think actually I was watching a video the other day on my other channel, which is GeorgeTheCloud 2, where they were sort of saying that drug usage is going down, like in recent times, especially hard drugs. Marijuana usage is going up, but all the other substances, including alcohol, has gone down, which is good, I would say, positive overall. But, you know, Neil was growing up in the 60s and 70s. I think that's when he was at his peak. And in that time period, you know, things were different, especially in California, where I think he lived. Most of these, you know, musicians were over there in Los Angeles and San Francisco, California. But yeah, it it sucks. It sucks. What can I say? Yeah, the song is like, here it is. Here's like a snippet of what I witnessed, and that's it. He always looks very like serious every time I have seen Neil Young perform, right? Kind of concentrated. He was wearing sunglasses this time, so I couldn't see his eyes, but probably with the song's topic, it's not like he was gonna smile. He was gonna be like, oh, what's up, guys? It's just the song, and that energy is a bit kind of heavy, right? His voice is super distinguished. It's very high pitched. It sounds youthful, and I say a high pitch, but like enjoyable, right? Because there's some voices that are super high pitch, and it's like kind of squeaky, getting to that screeching level. And imagine that with singing, so that could be bad. But in his case, it's like his voice didn't age. Right here, I would say he looks like a 50-year-old man, and his voice sounds probably even more youthful than mine. I don't know, but it sounds like he's 18, which is impressive, and it's very good if you want to have a long singing career. And yeah, like I said, I'm just diving into Neil Young, and I would like to get to know his catalog, because for a long time I've heard about him as a person. He seems very down to earth, very legitimate, from what I gather, and I like that about him. That kind of stands out in the music industry. So would like to react to more of his songs, and if you guys are interested, feel free to comment, hit the like, subscribe, and at the end do a flip. Till the next.